Shalom on the Sabbath day and Shabbatov. Welcome to the Philadelphia Assemblies. We're going to continue our expository teaching in book of Jeremiah the prophet, part 2. We're going to start in chapter 7. Today is I misspoke in the first video on the first one. It was done just right before this on the same night here of the Sabbath. It's actually the 13th day of the 12th month of the year 5780, a Friday night. It's also the 12th day of March 2021 on the Gregorian calendar. So again, Shabbatov and Shalom on the Sabbath day, and welcome to the Philadelphia Assemblies. We'll go ahead and open in prayer again. Father Yahuwah, we ask that your anointing be upon us and that you teach us all things, Father. Let these be your words and not ours. And Father, give us understanding through your Ruach HaKodesh, that Holy Spirit of promise. And Father, anoint those that are listening, Father, and give them understanding. We ask it all in your precious Son, Yahushua's name. Amen. Part 2, and we're going to start right here in verse 7 of the book of Jeremiah. And again, the word that came to Jeremiah from Yahuwah saying, and it's actually talking about the Ruach HaKodesh, it's the messenger, the angel of Yahuwah, or the Malach of Yahuwah, has come to Jeremiah the prophet with this message. And he says, stand in the gate of Yahuwah's house. Or actually it should be read, stand in the gate of the house of Yahuwah, telling Jeremiah, and proclaim there this word, and say, hear the word of Yahuwah, all you of Yehudah, that enter in at these gates to worship Yahuwah. Okay? Thus saith Yahuwah of Sabaoth, or the multitudes, the Elohim of Israel, amend your ways and your doings, and I will cause you to dwell in this place. Do not trust in lying words, saying the temple of Yahuwah, the temple of Yahuwah, the temple of Yahuwah are these. For if you thoroughly amend your ways and your doings, if you thoroughly execute justice between a man and his neighbor, if you oppress not the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow, and shed not innocent blood in this place, neither walk after other Elohim to your own hurt, then will I cause you to dwell in this place, in the land that I gave to your fathers forever and ever, or from this age to the next. Behold, you trust in lying words that will not profit you. Will you steal, murder, and commit adultery, and swear falsely, and burn incense unto Baal? Okay, could have been translated unto the Lord. And walk after other Elohim whom you know not, and come and stand before me in this house. That's what he's telling Israel to do, which is called by my name, and say, we are delivered to do all these abomination or detestable things. And this house, which is called by my name, became a den of robbers in your eyes. Behold, even I have seen it, saith Yahuwah. But go you now unto my place, which was in Shiloh, where I set my name at the first, and see what I did to it for the wickedness of my people Israel. And now, because you have done all these works, saith Yahuwah, and I spake unto you, raising up early and speaking, but you heard not, and I called you, but you answered not. Therefore will I do unto this house, which is called by my name, that's Yehudah, okay, called by his name, wherein you trust, and unto the place which I gave to you and to your fathers, as I have done to Shiloh. And I will cast you out of my sight, as I have cast out all your brethren, even the whole people of Ephraim. That's what he's calling Israel, the northern tribes, Ephraim. Therefore, pray not for this people, neither lift up a cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear you. See thou not what they do, or do you not see what they do in the cities of Yehuda? There's how it should have read. In the streets of Jerusalem, the men gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the queen of Shamanayim, or Astoray. Okay, and to pour out dark offerings into other Elohims, that they may provoke me to anger. Do they provoke me to anger, saith Yahuwah? Do they not provoke themselves to the confusion of their own faces? Therefore thus saith Yahuwah Elohim, behold, Adonai Yahuwah, behold, my anger and my fury shall be poured out upon this place, upon man and upon beast, and upon the trees of the field, and upon the fruit of the ground, and it shall burn and shall not be put out. Thus saith Yahuwah of Sabaoth, or the multitudes of the Elohim of Israel, put your burnt offerings unto your sacrifice, and eat flesh. For I spake not unto your fathers, nor commanded them in the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt, concerning burnt offerings or sacrifices. But this thing commanded I them, saying, obey my voice, and I will be your Elohim, and you shall be my people, and walk you in all the ways that I have commanded you, that it may be well unto you. But they listened not, nor inclined their ear, but walked in the counsel and the imaginations of their evil heart, and went backward, and not forward, since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt, and to this day I have even sent unto you my servants, the prophets, daily rising up and sending them. Yet they listened not unto me, nor inclined their ear, but hardened their neck. They did worse than their fathers. Therefore you shall speak all these words unto them, telling Jeremiah, but they will not listen to you. Thou shalt also call unto them, but they will not answer you. But you shall say unto them, this is a nation that obeys not the voice of Yahuwah their Elohim, nor receives correction. Truth is perished, and is cut off from their mouth. Cut off your hair, O Jerusalem, and cast it away, and take up lamentations, or cry, on high places. For Yahuwah hath rejected and forsaken the generation of his wrath. For the Ben, or the sons of Yehuda, have done evil in my sight, saith Yahuwah. They have set up their abominations in the house which is called by my name, to pollute it. And they have built the high places to Tophet, which is in the valley of the son of Hinnom. And this is the place that's later in Greek called Gehenna. Okay, Hinnom. This is where they burned all their trash and all that, and it burned continually. To burn their Ben, or their sons and their daughters, in the fire, which I commanded them not, neither came it unto my heart. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahuwah, that it shall no more be called Tophet, nor the valley of the son of Hinnom, but the valley of slaughter. For they shall bury Tophet till there be no place. And that Tophet they're talking about is their refuge. And the corpses, and the corpses of this people shall be food for the fowls of the Shamayim, and for the beasts of the earth, and none shall frighten them away. Just like in Matthew 24, it says, where the vultures are, where the corpse are, the vultures will be. It's the same talk. This is talking about at that day. Then will I cause to cease from the cities of Yehuda, and from the streets of Jerusalem, the voice of mirth, or celebration, and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride, for the land shall be desolate. Chapter 8. At that time, saith Yahuwah, they shall bring out the bones of the kings of Yehudah, and the bones of his princes, and the bones of the Kohanim, or the priests, and the bones of the prophets, and the bones of the inhabitants of Jerusalem out of their graves, and they shall spread them before the sun and the moon, and all the host of the Shamayim, whom they have loved and whom they have served, and after whom they have walked and worn, and whom they have sought, and whom they have worshipped. They shall not be gathered nor be buried. They shall be for the dung upon the face of the earth, and death shall be chosen rather than life by all the remnant that remain of this evil family, which remain in all the places where I have driven them, saith Yahuwah of Sabaoth, or the multitudes. Moreover, you shall say unto them, Thus saith Yahuwah, shall they fail and not arise? Shall they turn away and not return? Why then is this people of Jerusalem slidden back by a perpetual backsliding? They hold fast deceit. They refuse to return. I listened and heard, but they spake not aright. No man repented him of his wickedness, saying, What have I done? Everyone turned to his course, as the horse returns unto the battle. Yes, the stork in the Shamayim knows her appointed times, and the turtle dove and the crane and the swallow observe the time of their coming, but my people know not justice of Yahuwah, the justice of Yahuwah. How do you say, We are wise, and the Torah of Yahuwah is with us? Lo, certainly in vain made he it. The pen of the scribe is in vain. The wise men are ashamed. They are dismayed and taken. Lo, they have rejected the word of Yahuwah, and what wisdom is in them. Therefore will I give their wives unto others, and their fields to them that shall inherit them. For every one, from the least even to the greatest, is given to covetousness. From the prophet even to the Kohanim, even one dealeth falsely. Everyone dealeth falsely. For they have healed the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying, Peace, peace, when there is no peace. Were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? No, they were not at all ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore shall they fall among them that fall. In the time of their visitation, talking about when Yahuwah returns, they shall be cast down, saith Yahuwah. I will surely consume them, saith Yahuwah. There shall be no grapes on the vine, nor figs on the fig tree, and the leaf shall fade, and the things that I have given them shall pass away from them. This is, Thus saith Jeremiah. Why do we sit still? Assemble yourselves, and let us enter into the fortified cities, and let us be silent there. For Yahuwah our Elohim hath put us to silence, and given us poisoned water to drink, because we have sinned against Yahuwah. We looked for peace, but no good came, and for a time of health, and behold trouble. The snorting of his horses was heard from Dan. The whole land trembled at the sound of the neighing of his strong ones, for they are come and have devoured the land, and all that is in it, the city and those that dwell therein. This is, Thus saith Yahuwah, in verse 17. For behold, I will send serpents, adders among you, which will not be charmed, and they shall bite you, saith Yahuwah. Thus saith Jeremiah 18 and 19, or most of 19. When I would comfort myself against sorrow, my heart is faint in me. Behold, the voice of the cry of the daughter of my people because of them that dwell in a far country. Is not Yahuwah in Zion? Is not her king in her? This is thus saith Yahuwah. The rest of verse 19. Why have they provoked me to anger when their carved idols and with their strange vanities? This again is thus saith Jeremiah, verse 20 through 22. The harvest is past, the summer is ended, and we are not saved. For the hurt of the daughter of my people am I hurt. I am black. Astonishment hath taken hold on me. Is there no balm in Gilead? Is there no physician there? Why then is not the health of the daughter of my people restored? Chapter 9. Oh, that my head were waters, and this is thus saith Jeremiah, and my eyes a fountain of tears, that I might weep day and night for the slain of the daughter of my people. Oh, that I had in the wilderness of lodging place of wayfaring men, that I might leave my people and go from them, for they be all adulterers, an assembly of deceitful men, and they bend their tongues like their bow for lies, but they are not valiant for truth upon the earth. For, and this here starts in red here with the word for, F-O-R, for they proceed from evil to evil, and they know not me, saith Yahuwah. Take you heed every one of his neighbor, and trust you not in any brother, for every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with talebearers or informers, and they will deceive every one his neighbor, and I will not and will not speak the truth. Again, this is same as Matthew 24. And they have taught their tongue to speak lies, and weary themselves to commit lawlessness or sin. Your habitations is in the midst of deceit. Through deceit they refuse to know me, saith Yahuwah. That's in red again. Therefore thus saith Yahuwah of Sabaoth, or the multitudes, behold, I will refine them and test them, for how shall I do for the daughter of my people? Their tongue is as an arrow shot out. It speaks deceit. One speaks peaceably to his neighbor with his mouth, but in his heart he lays his weight. Shall I not visit them for these things, or judge them for these things, saith Yahuwah? And that's when he returns, that's when he visits, when he judges them. Saith Yahuwah, shall not my life be avenged on such a nation as this? For the mountains will I take up a weeping and a wailing, and for the pastures of the wilderness a lamentation, because they are desolate or burned up, so that none can pass through them, neither can men hear the voice of the cattle. Both the fowl of the heavens, or the shamayim, and the beast are fled, they are gone. And I will make Jerusalem ruins and a den of monsters, and I will make the cities of Yehuda desolate, without any inhabitants. And again, this is thus saith Jeremiah in verse 12. Who is the wise man that may understand this? And who is he to whom the mouth of Yahuwah has spoken, that he may declare it? In other words, talking about Jeremiah is the one that may declare it. For what the land perishes and is burned up like a wilderness, that none burned up like a wilderness that none passeth through. And Yahuwah saith, and then again, this is in red, because they have forsaken my Torah, which I set before them, and have not obeyed my voice, neither walked therein, but have walked after the imagination, or the stubbornness of their own heart, and after Balaam, which their fathers taught them. Therefore thus saith Yahuwah of Sabaoth, the Elohim of Israel, Behold, I will feed them, even this people, with wormwood, and give them water of gall to drink. I will scatter them as among the nations, whom neither they nor their fathers have known, and I will send a sword after them till I have consumed them. Thus saith Yahuwah of Sabaoth, or the multitudes. Consider you and call for mourning women, that they may come, and send for skilled women, that they may come, and let them make haste and take up a wailing for us, that our eyes may run down with tears, and our eyelids gush out with waters. For a voice of wailing is heard out of Zion. How are we ruined? We are greatly confounded, because we have forsaken the land, because our dwellings have cast us out. Yet hear the word of Yahuwah, O you women, and let your ear receive the word of his mouth, and reach your daughters wailing, and every one her neighbor lamentation. For death has come up into our windows, and is entered into our palaces, to cut off the ben, or the sons, from without, the young men from the streets. Speak, thus saith Yahuwah, even the carcasses of the men shall fall as dung upon the open field, and as the hand full after the harvest man, and none shall gather them. Thus saith Yahuwah, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glories glory in this, that he understands and knows me, and I am Yahuwah, which exercise loving kindness, justice, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith Yahuwah. Behold, the days come, saith Yahuwah, that I will punish all them which are circumcised with the uncircumcised. Egypt and Yehudah and Edom and the children of Ammon, or the ben of Ammon, the sons of Ammon, and Moab, and all that are in the outermost corners that dwell in the wilderness, for all these nations are uncircumcised, and all the house of Israel are uncircumcised in heart. Chapter 10. Hear the word which Yahuwah speaks unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith Yahuwah, learn not the ways of the heathen or the nations, and be not dismayed at the signs of the Shamayim, for the heathen or the nations are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are a delusion. For one cuts a tree out of the forest, and the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and hammers, that it may not move. Sounds a lot like a Christmas tree, doesn't it? They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be carried, because they cannot walk. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. For as much as there is none like unto you, O Yahuwah, this is thus saith Jeremiah, you are great, and your name is great in might. Who would not fear you, O King of nations? For to you does it appertain, for as much as among all the wise men of the nations, and in all their kingdoms there is none like unto you, but they are altogether stupid and foolish, and the stock is a doctrine of vanities. Silver spread into plates is brought from Tarshish, and gold from Uphaz, the work of the workman, and of the hands of the founder, or the goldsmith. Blue and purple is their clothing. They are all the work of cunning men. But Yahuwah is the true Elohim. He is the living Elohim, and an everlasting King. At his anger the earth shall tremble, and the nations shall not be able to abide his indignation. Thus shall you say unto them, the Elohim that have not made the heavens, or the Shamayim, and the earth, even they shall perish from the earth, and from under these Shamayim. He hath made the earth by his power. This is Jeremiah the prophet talking here. He has established the world by his wisdom, and have stretched out the Shamayim by his discretion. When he uttered his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the Shamayim, and he causes the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He makes lightnings with rains, and brings forth the wind out of his treasuries. Every man is stupid in his knowledge. Every goldsmith is confounded by the idols. For his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They are worthless, and the work of mockery. In the time of their visitation they shall perish when Yahuwah comes. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance, or the tribe of his inheritance. Yahuwah of the multitudes, or Sabaoth, is his name. Gather up your wares out of the land, O inhabitants of the fortress. For thus saith Yahuwah, and this is in red, rest this verse, behold, I will sling out the inhabitants of the land at this once, and will distress them, that they may find it so. And this is Jeremiah again, verse 19. Woe is me for my hurt. My wound is grievous, but I said, truly this is a grief, and I must bear it. My tabernacle is spoiled, and all my cords are broken. My children or my sons are gone forth from me, and they are not. There is none to stretch forth my tent any more, and to set up my curtains. For the shepherds or the pastors are become stupid, and have not sought Yahuwah. Therefore they shall not prosper, and all their flocks shall be scattered. Behold, the sound of the report is come, and a great commotion out of the north country, to make the cities of Yehuda desolate, and a den of monsters, or dinosaurs, or serpents. O Yahuwah, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walks to direct his steps. O Yahuwah, correct me, but with judgment, or but with justice, not with your anger, lest you bring me to nothing. Pour out your fury upon the nations that know you not, and upon the families that call not on your name, for they are eaten up of Jacob, and devoured him, and consumed him, and have made his habitation desolate. Chapter 11. Again, and I added again, the word that came to Jeremiah from Yahuwah, saying, hear the words of this covenant, and speak unto the men of Yehuda, and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And they shall, and say you unto them, thus saith Yahuwah Elohim of Israel, cursed be the man that obeys not the words of this covenant, which I commanded your fathers in the day that I brought them forth out of the land of Egypt from the iron furnace, saying, obey my voice, and do them according to all which I commanded you. So shall you be my people, and I shall be your Elohim. That I may fulfill the oath which I have sworn unto your fathers, to give them a land flowing with milk and honey, as it is this day. Then answered I, and this is Jeremiah, then answered I and said, so be it, O Yahuwah. Then Yahuwah said unto me, Proclaim all these words in the cities of Yehuda and in the streets of Jerusalem, saying, Hear ye the words of this covenant, and do them. For I earnestly protested unto your fathers in the day that I brought them up out of the land of Egypt, even unto this day, rising early and protesting, saying, Obey my voice. Yet they obeyed not, nor inclined their ear, but walked every one in the stubbornness of their evil heart. Therefore I will bring upon them all the words of this covenant which I commanded them to do, but they did them not. And Yahuwah said unto me, A conspiracy is found among the men of Yehuda and among the inhabitants of Jerusalem. They are turned back to the lawlessness of their fathers, which refused to hear my words, and they went after their other Elohim to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Yehuda have broken my covenant which I made with their fathers. Therefore thus saith Yahuwah, Behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not listen unto them. Then shall the cities of Yehuda and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the Elohim, little Elohim here, unto them, unto whom they offered incense. But they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble. For according to the number of your cities were their Elohim, O Yehuda, and according to the number of the streets of Jerusalem have you set up altars to that shameful thing, even altars to burn incense unto Baal. Verse 4, Therefore pray not you for this people, neither lift up a cry or a prayer for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their troubles. What have my beloved to do in my house? Seeing she has worked, she has done evil things with many. The set apart flesh is passed from you. When you do evil, then you rejoiced. And Yahuwah called your name a green olive tree, fair and of goodly fruit, with the noise of a great tumult. He has kindled fire upon it, and the branches of it are broken. For Yahuwah of the multitudes, or Sabaoth, that planted you, hath pronounced evil against you. For the evil of the house of Israel and of the house of Yehuda, which they have done against themselves to provoke me to anger in offering incense unto Baal. And Yahuwah has given me knowledge. This is thus saith Jeremiah. And he says, And Yahuwah has given me knowledge of it, and I know it. Then you show me their doings. But I was like a lamb or an ox that is brought to the slaughter, and I knew not that they had devised devices against me, saying, Let us destroy the tree with the fruit thereof, and let us cut him off from the land of the living, that his name may be no more remembered. Talking about Jeremiah. But O Yahuwah of Sabaoth, or the multitudes, that judges rightly, that triest the reins of the heart, let me see your vengeance on them. For unto you have I revealed my cause. Therefore thus saith Yahuwah of the men of Anoth, that seek your life, saying, Prophesy not in the name of Yahuwah, that you die not by our hand. Therefore thus saith Yahuwah of the multitudes, or Sabaoth, Behold, I will punish them. The young men shall die by the sword, their ben or their sons and their daughters shall die by famine, and there shall be no remnant of them, for I will bring evil upon the men of Anoth, even the year of their visitation or judgment. Chapter 12. This is thus saith Jeremiah here, Righteous art you, O Yahuwah, when I plead with you. Yet let me talk with you of your judgments. Wherefore does the way of the wicked prosper? Or why does the way of the wicked prosper? Why are all they happy that deal very treacherously? You has planted them, yes, they have taken root, they grow, yes, they bring forth fruit. You are near in their mouth and far from their heart. But you, O Yahuwah, know me. You have seen me and tested my heart toward you. Pull them out like sheep for the slaughter, and prepare them for the day of slaughter. How long shall the land mourn, and the herbs of every field wither for the wickedness of them that dwell therein? The beasts are consumed, and the birds, because they said, he shall not see our last end. This is all thus saith Yahuwah now, through the rest of the chapter. If you hast run with the footmen, and they have wearied you, then how can you contend with horses? And in the land of peace, wherein you trusted, they wearied you, then how will you do in the swelling of Jordan? For even your brethren and the house of your father, even they have dealt treacherously with you. Yes, they have called a multitude after you, believing them not, though they speak fair words unto you. I have forsaken my house, I have left my heritage, I have given the dearly beloved of my life unto the hand of her enemies. My heritage is unto me as a lion in the forest. It cries out against me. Therefore I have despised it. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come you, assemble all the beasts of the field. Come to devour. Many pastors or shepherds have destroyed my vineyard. They have trodden my portion underfoot. They have made my pleasant portion a desolate wilderness. They have made it desolate, and being desolate it mourns unto me. The whole land is made desolate because no man lays it to heart. The destroyers are come upon all the high places through the wilderness, for the sword of Yahuwah shall devour from the one end of the land even unto the other end of the land. No flesh shall have peace. They have sworn wheat, but shall reap thorns. They have sown wheat and shall reap thorns. They have put themselves to pain, but shall not profit. They shall be ashamed of their harvest because of the fierce anger of Yahuwah. Thus saith Yahuwah against all mine evil neighbors that touch the inheritance which I have caused my people Israel to inherit. Behold, I will pluck them out of their hand, and pluck out the house of Yehudah from among them. And it shall come to pass after that I have plucked them out of my return, I will return and have compassion on them, and will bring them again every man to his heritage, and every man to his land. And it shall come to pass, if they will diligently learn the ways of my people, to swear by my name, Yahuwah lives, as they taught my people to swear by Baal, then shall they be built in the midst of my people. But if they will not obey, I will utterly pluck up and destroy that nation, saith Yahuwah. Chapter 13. Thus saith Yahuwah unto me, and that obviously Jeremiah speaking there, go and get you a linen waistband, and put it upon your loins, and put it not in the water. So I got the girdle, or the waistband, according to the word of Yahuwah, and put it on my loins. And the word of Yahuwah came unto me the second time, saying, again that's his ruach, take the waistband that you bought which is upon your loins, and arise, go to Euphrates, and hide it there in the hole of the rock. This is thus saith Jeremiah, down through 8. So I went and hid it by the Euphrates, as Yahuwah commanded me. And it came to pass after many days that Yahuwah said unto me, in verse 6, this is thus saith Yahuwah right here, the rest of 6. Arise and go to the Euphrates, and take the waistband from there, which I commanded you to hide there. Then I went to the Euphrates, this is Jeremiah, and digged, and took the waistband from the place where I had hid it, and behold, the waistband was marred, it was profitable for nothing. Then the word of Yahuwah came unto me, saying, and this is thus saith Yahuwah, after this manner will I destroy the pride of Yehuda and the great pride of Jerusalem. This evil people which refuse to hear my words, which walk in their stubbornness of their heart, and walk after other Elohim to serve them and to worship them, shall even be as the waistband which is good for nothing. For as the waistband clings to the loins of a man, so have I caused to cleave unto me the whole house of Israel and the whole house of Yehuda, saith Yahuwah, that they might be unto me for a people, and for a name, and for a praise, and for a glory, but they would not hear. Therefore thou shalt speak unto them, saying this word, thus saith Yahuwah, Elohim of Israel, every bottle shall be filled with wine, and they shall say unto you, do we not certainly know that every bottle shall be filled with wine? Then shall they say unto them, thus saith Yahuwah, gotta sit up here a little bit. Behold, I will fill all the inhabitants of this land, even the kings that sit upon David's throne, and the Kohanim, and the prophets, and all the inhabitants of Jerusalem with drunkenness. So this is again where he speaks to them in parables again, so that they can't understand. And I will dash them one against another, even the fathers and the ben together, saith Yahuwah. I will not pity nor spare, nor have mercy, but destroy them. Here, this is thus saith Jeremiah now, all the way to verse 24. Hear you and give ear, be not proud, for Yahuwah has spoken. Give glory to Yahuwah your Elohim, before he causes darkness, and before your feet stumble upon the dark mountains. And while you look for light, he turn it into the shadow of death, and make it gross darkness. But if you will not hear it, my soul shall weep in secret places for your pride, and my eyes shall weep indeed, and run down with tears, because the flock of Yahuwah is carried away captive. Saying unto the king and to the queen, humble yourselves, sit down, for your chief places shall come down, even the crown of your glory. The cities of the south shall be shut up, and none shall open them. Yehuda shall be carried away captive, all of it. It shall be fully carried away captive. Lift up your eyes and behold them that come from the north. Where is the flock that was given you, your beautiful flock? What will you say when he shall punish you? For you have taught them to be captains, and as chief over you. Shall not sorrow take you as a woman in travail or in childbirth? And if you say in your heart, why do these things come upon me? For the greatness of your iniquity, for your lawlessness, or your skirts uncovered and your heels made bare. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard its spots? Then may you also be good that are accustomed to do evil. Verse 24 through 27 is thus saith Yahuwah, therefore will I scatter them as the stubble that passes away by the wind of the wilderness. This is their lot or inheritance, the portion of your measure from me, saith Yahuwah, because you have forgotten me and trusted in falsehood. Therefore will I uncover your skirts upon your face, that your shame may appear. I have seen your adulteries and your neighings and lewdness of your whoredom and your abomination on the hills and in the fields. Woe unto thee, O Jerusalem! Will thou not be made clean? When shall it once be? And we're going to go ahead and call that an ending there. And we'll start here as part 3 next. And if you haven't yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up and share these videos if you like them. Okay? And that'll help our channel and help get Yahuwah's word out there. And again, may Yahuwah bless until we meet again.